Evil dies tonight.
All right, y'all. Welcome to another Thirst Quencher, in which this episode we will be talking about. We're starting with Dune first.
Yeah.
Dune.
And then we get into the real movie.
Yes.
The Academy Award should be nominated and should win everything across the board.
I agree.
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills.
I'm not even fronting.
And Halloween Kills, indeed. We will get into both these films. We will start with Dune. I probably won't have much to say because I didn't see the movie yet. So
why are you even here?
I ask myself that every day. So yeah, go on and talk about.
If it makes you feel any better, I also only saw parts of the movie.
Oh yeah, you know.
He was asleep. Boy was knocked the fuck out.
When did you go see it? 8 o'clock?
7.
I was close.
Damn,
Got to 8.
Debo came.
I had fucked up my arm at work and I was
Oh.
on medication, but no excuse. I was knocked out.
So
To be fair, we was fucked up.
Oh my God.
got it.
This is what happened.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
I did 100 milligrams.
Oh shit.
I did close, I think.
It was,
So I'm like the
maybe
only
just
one.
know I'm biased to the movie because I had a great time.
Yeah.
I had a fun time as well.
It was like, especially coming from like I never seen any doing anything. I never read any of the books or
Same.
anything.
I'm in the same boat.
And I watched the trailer. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but cool. It looks cool. It looks sciencey. I do love me some sci-fi, and especially the fact, it's not Star Wars. Cool, refreshing a little bit.
Asking you as a fellow who hasn't read the book, do you still not know what the fuck is going on?
I know what's going on now. It's pretty simple.
Because I had the exact opposite response. I saw the trailer. I had no idea what the hell was happening, and I decided to jump in.
Oh, in the book?
Yeah, I read the first book. I watched the first movie, and I gotta say, I enjoyed the book for what it was, and the first movie, I enjoyed it for what it was. But I can see exactly how heartbreaking it could have been to have read that book and then seen this 1984 movie. Yeah. I would have been in fucking shambles. At some point in time, they thought it was a good idea.
We still need to watch
make
that movie.
to make a gun. Like this gun wasn't in the book, and they were screaming Chasaka and E and something whatever to like shoot energy word blasts at people.
Whoa.
What?
I can't.
Dovahkiin?
I shit you not. I shit you not. It was phenomenal.
If it was anywhere near close to that shit you showed me earlier with the hand motions, like that.
Oh,
shit
my man, the
was wild.
wizard?
Yeah, we will not accept your request.
It's worse.
I still can't get
Like-
over the fucking black. Like, all right, shields up.
Oh yeah, that shit. Hey,
The
yeah.
fucking
the shields
Minecraft?
came such a long way. So
Yeah.
it's like watching this movie now, I was just in this acceptance and appreciation mode. I was just ready to be like, this is what they're going to put on the screen for everyone to see, and I just want to see what it looked like in comparison to what I imagined it from the book. They
Dog,
could have given me anything and I would have been ready.
Do you think about this? You suffered that anguish for 2 weeks. Think about this people that suffered this anguish from 1984 or whenever it came out.
Fucking 30 years, 30, 40 years.
If you could distill that and put it in a bottle so I could drink it.
But,
That is the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh boy.
this film, like, without getting into spoilers, because Jamal is here. He hasn't seen the film. He doesn't want to be spoiled. Overall, I love the film. Yes, I believe it's great, and I want fucking more.
Yes.
So I am ready.
I do have a large criticism, at least in my part.
Okay.
Chill out with the fucking slowdowns.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Like the slowdowns.
I
Like,
fell asleep in a slowdown and woke up in a fucking slowdown. I was like, where have we gone? Have we even made it anywhere?
They didn't do a good job with compressing some time. This movie was 2 hours and 35 minutes, and it didn't need to be all of 2 hours.
70 of them were them traveling very slowly to
But
places.
it was to build some things up, so I can see why they did that. But they still could have killed some time, compressed some scenes.
it definitely suffered from that. Like this. Remember, like when we complained about the Zack Snyder Justice League and everything. Like you can cut down like maybe 30 minutes out of this film if you just sped up
40
a lot.
minutes, an hour.
Yeah,
hour, yeah.
I feel like this movie suffered from that. It's slightly. It wasn't
Yeah,
as annoying.
Yeah.
But there was a little bit of times where I was like, I caught myself saying another one.
I think the biggest problem with this movie was the whispering. there were severe audio issues.
Can we normalize subtitles in the movie theaters?
Please, if the character is going to, she's going to talk in a whisper like this the entire time. If it's what they sound like throughout the entire movie, somebody somewhere needs to tell her to speak up, and also to play the character with a bit more confidence, like she was portrayed in the book.
What are you talking about? Okay. I also one of my gripes, and it may be like my only gripe. I felt like, and maybe it deals with the fact that I watched the movie in chunks and everything because I had to watch it in between work.
You had to chop it up.
Yeah, I had to chop it up in order to actually just get it all in. The ending fell short to me. Like it fell flat, and I understand like it's part of a bigger story. Like
Can I take a shot at why it fell flat for you?
No.
I mean, go ahead, take a shot, I guess.
Okay.
I tried to save you.
Yeah. What was it? The reveal at the end. It felt like it was supposed to be more grandiose than what it actually made out to be.
What? Okay. Damn it.
When they started writing the makers.
I didn't really think that was a grandiose. It didn't feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I guess so. Yeah,
that's what felt flat. Like, oh, it was supposed to be this moment where, oh man, that's so cool. I can't believe they're doing that. And you're just like, eh.
I guess because I kind of guessed that's what we're getting at, and that's what I was waiting to see because we kept seeing these people with these little hooks and stuff, and then they finally show them actually doing that.
I gotta rewatch this movie.
Yeah, like it's.
I have to watch it.
Oh my god! I know.
Oh wow!
Kamal was
haven't watched it. Watched most of it.
I think we're both in the same boat. Honestly, I think we're in the same boat.
All I know is just, this is a movie about the Pope being mad at Jesus, but not knowing that Jesus exists. I don't know what this movie's about. It's about Jesus.
The main thing I really want, I enjoyed this movie a lot. For a book adaptation coming in here, I really was so interested in seeing the things that they could have cut down upon to make this a movie experience, because of course they have to cut some details in the books when going into the movie, and I don't completely disagree with what they did. I think the thing that they cut out, like the main villain, the big bald guy, they made him gay in the book, but all he did was rape boys.
Oh my god,
that's all he did was rape boys. And then he had another character, one of his I think it was his nephew. And he was played by in the 1984. He was played by the singer from Kiss, Sting.
Okay.
And in the book, the guy had this weird attraction to him because he was walking around like he was like watching him shower and shit. So to make this, what
is happening?
Like, okay,
to put that type of detail into the movie, you would have to put these things into. You have to put those type of scenes of him being this creepy guy.
Like it was
creepy enough.
It was definitely.
I like what they did.
Exactly. Like that was that would have been completely over the top, and I can understand that for the books because as Jairo said, he's the Pope. It's the Pope, and guess what? Christianity. What's going on?
No, that bald guy wasn't the Pope.
The bald guy wasn't. The Pope?
He's talking about the Emperor.
Yeah.
Oh,
they didn't show the Emperor.
No, I kind of figured like okay, there's more bald. Okay,
Harkonnen, that's him, Vladimir Harkonnen.
Yeah, the Baron.
I mean, overall, the no bullshit. This movie was greatly acted. It was. The CGI was fucking fantastic.
I also like the one thing in coming into this movie, I felt like it was going to be a problem with. I was afraid of getting lost. I was afraid I was going to get lost in because like sci-fi and these fantasy worlds love to make up words. There's so many names and like they try their best to make sense of things and it falls flat and you're like I don't know what's going on.
Like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to follow. It wasn't pretty easy. They didn't give it everything to you, but you could follow along. They didn't
tell you about the navigators or the mentats, but you saw mentats.
I felt like it was a good compromise. Like it was enough where like okay, let's stay close to the source material and everything and keep all this, but let's make it so it's easily digestible. Like I didn't feel lost. I understand the main point of the story and I could latch on to a lot of the characters like Paul. Like I liked Paul. Oh my god, and his father, the best father ever.
Oscar Isaac.
Couldn't have asked for more. The most supportive father of all time.
Of all time. I've never seen a
What if I don't want to be what you want me to be, Dad? Then I'll love you because you'll be the only thing I want you to be. My son.
I cried.
I'm not gonna lie. Before I saw this movie, I think I would want Oscar Isaac to be my dad.
Fuck yeah. Oh my god! Like
this movie just cements it.
And I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, oh my god, two things are going to happen. Either A,
yeah.
Like, okay, sorry,
either A or B, and either A or B happened.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. It's a good movie. I recommend watching. If you're gonna watch it, go watch it in the movie theaters. I think this is a movie.
I'm so excited to see if this movie turns out to be a new generation of Star Wars. Like if it gets the same push, the same love that Star Wars did. Like
relax.
I'm just saying it would be really cool to witness this.
Let Icarus reach.
Wouldn't it be really cool to witness that?
No.
Yeah, no.
Yes, it would.
I mean, it would, but it's not gonna happen.
Look. It's something like I feel
Star
like
Wars borrowed so much from Dune, and it's only right.
I mean, that movie is nothing but borrowing.
It might get Lord of the Rings it might get Lord of the Rings stature. Yeah. I can definitely see that. And it ain't getting Star Wars stature.
I hope I just
one of that.
Whatever it gets, I'm hoping like the most I'm hoping for is to open the door to bring us back to the Star Wars. I mean, not Star Wars. Sorry, the sci-fi epics, and space operas and shit. That isn't just fucking Star Wars. So we can get some more fucking variety. And Dune is great. Dune is I can't wait to see what's happened. It is a great epic. It's a good start. And apparently, like
I can tell you some spoilers that would make you scratch your head if you want you to.
No.
Okay.
No.
Once they leave, I just want you to just go full on balls because I don't care.
He does.
Okay.
All right, just talk to me like you were trying to talk to me in that movie theater. He'd lean over and be like, "In this."
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Dude, I couldn't help myself because they were like, there's some context missing to certain things. They're like, they didn't tell it, but you know what? I should just sit there and let them watch it because this is how they're experiencing it.
But
I was gonna turn over and be like, I don't give a fuck.
It was also trying to make sure that you were awake. And I wanted to talk to you so much.
Your whispers fell on deaf ears.
After a while, I heard was. I heard that little squeak.
At one point, I heard it when we were in Halloween. And I looked down. I saw that hat. Tilt up. I was like, yeah.
No, there it is.
Pointing to the heavens.
Yeah.
All right,
Halloween.
take me now.
Dune was great. Let's get into Halloween. Halloween put me fucking down with the story they were trying to build.
I loved it.
That story was ass.
It was great.
I loved it.
It was shit.
It was exactly what it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
You know,
I fucked that story.
I have to appreciate the pacing in which they did it and the way they flushed out characters.
It was a sci-fi movie.
It was
fleshed out
good.
characters.
They did
Nurse
something
and doctor.
so good where it was so unnecessary to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. I think the way they chose to waste their time was
Wait.
I hated that man. As soon as he started doing karaoke, I hated that man.
I needed to see how their day was going before they all died. I loved every couple. I loved everybody they showed. Honestly, I mean, well,
John?
not the people.
Tom.
Little John?
Yes, those guys. Not the people in the bar, but
Yeah, no.
everyone.
No.
The people.
Everyone outside.
Yeah, everyone outside. Yeah, they're all cool. What we witnessed was what I think was a pretty good experience. It was all over the place. They came in with a message this time.
What was the message?
We're Michael Myers.
We're the real monster.
We're the real monster.
Mob justice gets you nowhere.
No, not even that. Like Michael Myers not only kills people, but he infects them with fear, and then he creates more.
This movie tried to do a social commentary about how hive minds just lead into this destruction of no, it's not even that. It was just
It's about the Republican Party.
It's about hive mind. It's about everybody just getting. It's the Salem witch trials. Yeah. It's the mob mentality, and they try to do this social commentary, and it fucking gave me a migraine.
It lasted way too long. You mean to tell me that they mistook this?
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Hold on, right? No, let's get into this right away. This movie, if you haven't watched it yet, you're not gonna watch it. Let's just go straight into spoilers because I don't know.
I love this movie.
Listen,
you should go watch it.
I'm with Chris. I'm with you. I'll just say this: I like the movie. It is
a return to classic horror films.
Yes.
Whatever you had whatever you left the theater with when you walked out of Halloween in 2018, don't come here necessarily with that.
No, okay, yeah, like okay,
they're not.
After it's one of those things where like, and I've kind of come to the realization. This movie's made me realize that Halloween only works once.
Yes.
And then but everything afterwards
is just
you cannot expect anything more because
you're rolling the dice.
You can't. Yeah, like and this one I think did the best compared to any of the other sequels that came before it. I mean, like from going from the first one to the bringing the stakes higher and stuff like that. Yeah, the fucking story took a nosedive because I feel like the story was done in the first one.
Yeah, it really was.
It really was a one and done, and I feel like
one and done.
It was. I feel like maybe it was always supposed to be that because it does not feel like there was a plan.
They don't even manage. They don't even touch on the story. It literally goes into just something happened.
Yeah.
They have shown nothing of the last one. I had no idea what was happening. I completely forgot that she burned him, and they had a fight in a house. Yeah, and it takes place right afterwards. Like what is happening?
This shit had a story until Chris was telling me in the car ride. I was like, "There's history to Halloween." I thought there was some guy in a mask doing guy in a mask shit.
So I knew the history of one, and you know. I still say H2O is canon. I don't give a fuck.
It's not canon.
That was prime time, Jamie.
Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't Josh Hartnett? You are not going to deny him.
Josh Hartnett, the ultimate 2000s.
Do not
even though
your heritage.
Even though they constantly say in the movie that he's been in jail for 40 years. 40 years? Okay. I'm sorry. It's a different canon. It's just how it is.
I don't give a shit. Not in my canon.
You just like those better. That's fine. But it's a whole different thing.
Anyway, but this movie does nothing to even. It kind of remotely touches on the last one, but it's almost like
it does.
Yeah, but it's almost like it came out last week. Why don't you remember what happened?
No, true. To like if like this one suffers from like it focused way too much on trying to fill in the hole that was in the first movie because it's like, oh yeah, we call him that same night. We're not going to show you it though because that never happened in the first movie. So they decided to put it in this one, and by the time you're kind of that gets flushed out, you forget about what happened in 2018.
They recognize this movie was made for fans.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the flashback ones where they kind of like went back and showed like old grainy footage. I really like that.
That's one of the things I was going to give the movie like legit kudos about. That first like 15 minutes, I love that.
Not the bar scene.
Well, yeah, the old bar scene. Well, yeah, I have to be very clear. Very clear.
The flashback.
The flashback sequences are amazing to me. I thought it was good.
The one thing, and it started with these flashbacks. Yeah. Oh my god, that was just put a smile on my face. I just start giggling every time it's these goddamn lines and how they're delivered, like every fucking time. Like, man, you know, Michael, man, this sound used to be so quiet, and Michael just ruined the whole thing.
Yeah,
and he just repeats that 3 times.
What happened? Did he kill?
Did he kill?
Did he kill again?
Did he kill again?
Did he kill again? Did Michael kill again?
And then like they did this like eerie little pan in on his eye.
I mean, it's like not only did they decide to do the same like late 70s movie style, but they also kept the acting.
Yeah,
like they brought that
shit was crazy.
So I thought that was going to mean something.
Me
when
too.
the doctor's screaming, like, did Michael kill again? I thought it's like, oh, he needed one more murder in that house, so he evolved to this demonic being.
Yeah, that's what starts flying.
And you guys thought I was reaching for the stars?
Okay, but we know it's not going to happen. We know it's not going to happen. That's why we're discussing it. You legit think it's going to happen.
Right, no, it's going to happen. But anyway.
Hey, no, you know what? No matter what, Michael did ascend, okay? He showed you can't, I mean, you may not like the film, but like the kills in this movie,
it was gore porn. It was murder porn.
Yeah, that's what the Harleys are.
What?
Isn't that what all these are?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are times where you can give it a little bit of a story. They've tried, but when they, like we said, when they go on too long, starts to run into some dicey territory.
You don't like
I'm saying, I'm just basing this one, even though I love H2O and I love the Busta Rhymes one, I'm basing this one off of Halloween. I always base all of them off of Halloween 1, right? That one was a suspense, right? It built up more suspense. This was just driving people through like stakes.
Yeah.
He came out and just posted up against the firemen.
He killed all the firemen.
That scene, I want to talk about that scene. Because,
me too.
Before it hits, 3 strikes you're out, I'm going to catch it at 2. They did the same thing with Malignant that they did with this movie. They showed the creature of the feature cutting a swath through a group of individuals. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's necessary to be seen. We know these characters are forces of nature, so we don't need eccentric combat sequences.
Yes,
obviously, you haven't seen the first movie, so we're gonna show you what is it all about, and this is the tone we're setting for the film.
So I'm cool with that because it let me know what this movie was going to be. This movie is the Fast and the Furious of fucking Michael Myers.
Like
we're throwing the horror aspect out of the game, and this is just murder porn.
Like Malignant fails because it literally does this an hour into the movie. Like it just oh yeah, by the way, this is the movie now, and then it switch. It goes to a whole it's fucking kung fu fighting and shit. I'm like, wait a minute, because it's a ghost mystery. Actually, something medical. Just kidding. Now we're fighting now.
This movie from the beginning lets you know it's murder
no amount
porn.
of context I would have put that scene in Malignant in a better light. Just like the same thing with this Halloween scene, there is no amount of context I would have put the scene in a better light. I was not I was not a fan of this. I was not a fan of it.
Any of the fight sequences with Michael Myers and multiple assailants. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm with you. I loved all this dumb shit. Okay, it was great, but at the same time, this was some John Wick shit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
At the end of this movie, they knew
he's a professional
who
murderer.
They're dealing with. They just punched him in the back of the head once. Now stay down.
But granted, I can understand them being ignorant because in the first film, he only killed 3 people in the very first film. So he goes from 3 people to the first 2018 one. He's literally murdering everyone. And this guy, and then in this film, after coming out of a fire, he's lifting people by stakes and shit.
And this is why H2O is canon in my book, because he's got years of practice. My man's is a black belt in slicing and dicing.
Okay.
Finally,
in that retrospect, I will have to agree with you because there's no way this man is in a facility for 40 years and not have training.
He kicked the fucking door and she blasted her head off. That is James Bond level agility if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
He did that gun
to
fu.
Homeboy. Props to homeboy who tried to CIA Mike in the back seat.
Right?
Props to my man who tried to CIA Mike in the back seat. He said,
and then Mike just turns around. That's not how you choke, man. Let me show you.
He said, "Let me show you how to do it." Actually,
he said, "Here's a knife."
They go from he murders 3 people to maybe 20 to
at least 20,
trying the entire town.
Exactly.
This movie turned it into a witch hunt, and can we talk about that fucking main story because it drained me out of everything. They hired Jamie Lee Curtis for 3 days of shooting, and they shoved her in the hospital because they ran out of budget because this movie is a fucking sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I love. I'm sorry.
Story's a sci-fi story.
One more thing. It is so fucking funny and. That in the first film, and the guy who directed these films and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, don't worry, Michael Myers is not supernatural.
What?
No, he made sure to say there's no supernatural elements. He's just a guy, and everyone's kind of just in a collective illusion of how scary he is. You're just every time you see him, he's doing crazy shit. Right. It's you're just
you're right. I'm just imagining.
You're heightening it up.
I'm just imagining that I took my 9mm and emptied 5 rounds into his head.
Yeah,
well, it's because his presence is so scary. You thought you shot, but you didn't shoot at all.
You guys are doing all the lifting. You're right, because remember, he didn't get hit until the end of the movie.
No, Clarence, we are not getting on this shit for real. I need you to understand.
Right. But you're right.
No. Yes, we're right, but
you're right.
Stop confusing us.
First of all, the man was shot 5 times in the first film.
This is the new film.
He's
supernatural.
This is canon. He is supernatural.
Yeah, because
he's got spidey sense.
He knows where bullets. Yeah, he knows where bullets are going to be. Because remember, he was just walking during
super speed,
super speed,
super strength,
super endurance,
insane strength and endurance.
And I'm
heightened reaction speed because he when she fired the gun, only in that split second did he move his foot up high enough to kick her so she could turn around and then fire.
Oh my god!
He broke that window and pulled that lady.
Also,
Scalped that lady through the fucking window.
also, he's also super artistic because even though he's been in, mind you, he's been in fucking a psychiatric facility for 40 years. Somehow he knows about like setting things up, and
he knows how to
drive.
He's not a bigot or a racist.
No, everyone equal opportunity. You know, everyone can get it. It's fine.
Yeah, it was really it was a lot of shit, a lot of wild shit in this movie, man.
This movie tried to do a social comment, like I was getting to earlier.
Oh, yeah,
social commentary of mob mentality.
Yeah,
what the entire approach was, fucking drastically terrible. Yeah. They culminate in this entire hospital chasing a mentally ill escaped patient who looks nothing like Michael Myers.
Yeah. Height, width, nothing.
The police have let the entire town just take to the streets to hunt a mental patient. This was filmed in Illinois, but the sheriff had a fucking 10-gallon hat.
From Texas.
I had no idea. I turned around the town and I was like, "Where's this fucking movie located?"
Exactly, and also, like that's the other thing, like because I thought about that too. It was like the cops just sort of stood around and said, "Okay, I guess I'll let this angry mob form."
Just run rampant through this hospital. People were getting thrown through carts.
They never explained why the cops can't stop it. They just said
no one shot a gun. No one tried to take authority. The fucking sheriff is there, like you said. He does nothing.
He's just standing there, and don't get me wrong, I love the suit 10-gallon hat look. It's a great look on him, but at the same time, it's like he just kind of stood there, put his arms on his waist, and said,
"Damn, I'm getting fired.
I'm getting fired." Exactly. It was pure pandemonium. People were, at one point, they kept uttering the phrase, and they really would have hammered on that this is mob mentality. People kept
Evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight. And at one point, somebody said something, and then the hospital started doing this, like somebody kicked a beehive, and everyone was swarming.
Yeah.
And
people were getting stomped.
They were getting stomped on, doctors pushing patients who I assume they were previously treating onto the floor.
They probably planned this. They said, "Today's the day."
Yeah, today, nothing made sense. People were tripping, going upstairs.
Look, Michael Myers has an area effect, okay?
Yeah, easily.
He spreads the frenzy virus from Monster Hunter 4.
Yeah, like
exactly.
It was the chaos around this scene. Like I didn't know what was happening for a straight 5 minutes, and neither did anybody else. Only to culminate in the suicide of this mentally ill patient who
Oswald Cobblepot.
He looked like Danny DeVito's penguin.
Yeah,
and it ends with this guy jumping and falling to his death.
But and then everybody realizes, "Oh my God, what have we done? We have chased a person who was completely innocent."
Yeah.
What do you mean that wasn't Michael?
Yeah, what you mean that 4 foot wide,
no mask,
no neck, dude was not Michael Myers?
And then the best line: "How do we know? We don't know what Michael Myers looks like under the mask."
Then why the fuck you don't?
Why did you chase him? Why did you chase him?
I understand. I understand what they were doing. I just don't understand why this had to be 20 minutes. Like, it could have been cut to like 5. Like, they see the guy, they capture him, they kill him by mistake, they stomp him to death or whatever, and then we could have moved on and get to what the movie's about. Michael Myers.
So we had this whole Benny Hill thing going on.
Dude,
that man kept busting into Jamie Lee Curtis's room. It's like, "I'll take care of this for you." Who are you?
Exactly.
Get your hands off of her.
Stop touching Jamie Lee Curtis.
Who the fuck are you? Can we talk about the beginning of the movie where they do get up in karaoke to fucking let's remember the massacre that happened here, and everybody's like, "What?" Nobody gives a fuck.
He kept giving speeches like, "Bro, shut the fuck up."
You know what else he did? He just kept posing with this Batman. It was driving me
What was
fucking
that bat's
crazy.
name?
Huckleberry. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
The sacred relic.
The best actor in the movie.
Was the bartender.
The bartender.
The bartender.
Became-
I want him to be every bartender in every movie ever.
Absolutely.
I don't understand a word he fucking said.
Not at
That
all.
was great.
Let him come up in this bar. He's gonna meet old Huckleberry.
And then they really
Remember when Michael Myers got hit with Huckleberry? He went down.
One time.
True.
Yeah.
But he got hit one time and went down.
Yeah.
Huckleberry
no
was that boy.
bullets, no flames, no distance that he could fall could do the damage that Huckleberry did to him.
True.
Sacred relic. It's the Colt. It's the Colt.
That was a legendary weapon. That
That's
man picked
right.
up
That bitch orange.
That's one of them exotics. They got that yellow background.
that man got that 100% lockpick.
Were you saying what?
But yeah, fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Like Jairo alluded to earlier, like the social commentary, it's not hard to master, and we could have done it in 5 minutes. And also the fact that it was delivered in a vehicle as sloppy as this, there's no way you were gonna live.
They just really wanted you to know this is what we're doing this
It
film.
was 20 minutes, and I don't want to stretch this by any means. I want to be absolutely clear. Okay, clarity is the theme of the day. Okay. This was the longest 20 minutes of my life. God damn.
Like, you know when you're at work and it's like, damn, I really can't wait to go home. How much time do I have left? And you look at the clock, cool, not that long. And then like 4 hours passes and you look at the clock, it's been 10 minutes.
I just want to know what kind of administration is running this hospital.
Yeah, I know, 'cause
I just want to know what is happening. Why did they
joined the
allow
crowd.
the entire town just to come in the hospital like a refuge?
And in her room.
Hospital be jumping, I guess.
And also, I'm sorry, what other hospital does that where you take two of the same people who are linked to the same murder and just, you're going in this room now, so the two of you can talk? What is happening here?
Also, just a little point. He should be dead.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
he died in the last movie.
He died in the last one. He got stabbed multiple times, but somehow
He literally laid in that parking lot for like 4 hours, just bleeding to death.
Well, he's still dead. He's dead now.
no, he's still,
Is
he's
he?
fine.
Okay, so
You're right. Is he? They could bring him back again.
Yeah, they could
He
resuscitate
could
him.
be like, the anti Michael Myers.
no, the anti Mikey Myers is Laurie
Mikey.
Strode. Mikey Myers.
Strode.
Listen, okay, so while she spent most of her time in the hospital choosing between to get up, put her clothes on, take her clothes off, monologue about sit back down. She's like, he's out there somewhere.
I gotta do it. No, Mom, lay down.
I have to do it.
I gotta kill him.
I love everyone's always called claiming
Yeah.
I need to kill him. It has to
It
be
has
me.
to be me, even though I met Laurie yesterday.
Remember that continuity issue with the fucking knife? Like her granddaughter put the knife right next to her head, and then it
I
just
don't know
somehow
what happened.
Disappeared, the knife came back, and also again, how did she get into a hospital with a
knife? It was
I
a
told
fucking
you
machete.
This hospital be jumping. They don't care.
It was a crazy night, guys. Okay, all right. They have to deal with this. They have to deal with COVID. All right, the hospital was full already.
Just like we had to deal with this movie. So what did you guys think about the movie?
I loved it.
I loved it.
I want more. I can't wait for him to ascend even further beyond.
Laurie was on some real like you complete me Joker shit, and
Because
Myers
don't
was
give
like,
a. Oh yeah, I
he didn't
love.
give a fuck. And
I love the fact that they made sure to double down. Like, yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, they completely, they were like, oh, it's not about you. It's always been about the house. But he followed her everywhere.
No, okay, look, okay. In the first one, I don't. Okay, yeah, that's true. In the first one, I don't know why he keeps following her. That movie's mostly following, like he's just following her constantly, her and her friends. And then in this one, they kind of just in the 2018 one, they said like, okay, yeah, the doctor was obsessed with him and then drove him to Laurie's house to have them conflict.
Yeah,
because he wanted them to fight.
Fight it out because
they need to. They complete each other.
Yeah,
he's going through so much shit when Michael doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm here. Because as soon as he got out, he was like, okay. Because remember. They thought that Michael's gonna come here. He's gonna come after Laurie at the hospital.
They kept saying that.
That's why everybody went insane at the hospital.
Yeah, like he's gonna come.
And all Michael Myers was trying to do is just look outside of his sister's window.
I just want to go
because he's
upstairs
trying to look in the mirror and see the monster within.
Oh yeah, that whole like really stretching this fucking nothing's here, but they're just like we gotta make it make some sort of sense or make it deep somehow. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I wonder what he was looking at.
I thought it was just looking at the fucking front yard.
I thought they were gonna say he was looking at something out in the city distance, like maybe a location. I don't know.
Maybe he was looking at himself.
I thought the doctor was just gonna be behind a tree every day with different symbols trying to brainwash him.
Trying to brain. And also, like,
kill Michael,
kill Michael, kill again,
kill again.
It was so weird because it's like, yeah, they say, oh, maybe he was looking inside and didn't like what he saw and snapped and went crazy. I'm like, yeah, dog, but he's 6 years old, so maybe not. You know,
who was your guys' favorite characters? Because they had several characters there that really stood out.
Fun. I loved Big John, Little John.
My god,
Michael McDonald. Fucking every time I saw him, I just pictured fucking Stewart interacting with Michael Myers. Please, somebody, if there's a video out there of some kind of fan drawing of that, send that to me. No.
Big John was nursing that roach the whole movie. That dude took a half a hit and was acting reckless the whole movie.
How much can you do this? You know,
look, he loves to take that time. That shit lasted him the whole week.
Bro, he had to relight that motherfucker like 7 times.
I gotta make this last.
You saw what was in their house. They make too much money, right? To be smoking a roach that long.
And also, like most of the other couples in these nice houses in this movie, they also made too much money to not have a fucking gun. Like nobody in this town. Now I know, like
Michael eat bullets, so it won't matter.
Hey, shout out to Grandma who's gonna beat him with that rolling pin or whatever she had in her hand.
Yeah, like okay. I guess I'll just get to it. What I really liked about this movie, like I guess before we like rate it or whatever, I just enjoyed the kills. I thought the kills were fucking sick. It was really stupid. It was awesome. That's what I came there for,
and that's mostly what you got.
And it's exactly what I got. Like I was sold. All right, I thought it was a really, really dumb, fun time. I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're coming in here expecting a horror movie, you're getting murder porn. So if you got weak stomach, I suggest not watching this movie because they went above and beyond.
Mm-hmm. This is a return to status quo slasher flicks.
Mm-hmm. But I like the fact it feels like a higher quality than that. Just by a little bit, even with just the kills and the pacing of the movie. Yeah, it didn't feel like it was wasting my time. The only things it needs to do is just step away from this trying to have a message. That's all you have to do. Like just understand what you are and what people want, and just give us more of that. If not, elevate that, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't care about the girl who got her baby. See, that's what I didn't care about. I didn't care about those 4 people's storylines. It felt like they just needed more, like somebody else to murder.
It was cool. Oh, you talking about like the survivors?
Yeah. Like I don't give a fuck that your babysitter got murdered and you were just sitting in the fucking couch.
Like, it was.
Michael grabbed my face from the car instead of Lori. So like what? So
granted, like I appreciate them bringing those old characters back, but they didn't need to put the spotlight. I feel like they wanted to make sure the audience, hey, look at that. You see that?
Is that one.
That's that one. That's the actor who played the little girl. That was the little girl. The actor who plays the nurse, that's her. They didn't get back Tom though, which is kind of weird.
And that's what I was like. That's why it felt cheesy. It felt like direct to video because it felt like, look, we couldn't afford to get Jamie Lee Curtis for as long as we wanted her, so we have to get somebody else to put a story around, and we're gonna bring these people who haven't worked in 17 years.
Yeah, and it would cost equal all of them combined just as much as it would for one day with Jamie Lee Curtis.
I don't know.
Get them cheap.
Now, the one thing I like about this film is also what it sets up, because now we're in like uncharted territory when it comes to this version of Michael. No, like this version of Michael.
He took 5 shots in the first movie.
They can go higher.
Look, I want to know where they're going to go.
He turns into Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, either the next movie he sprouts wings, or like he shoots energy blasts, or I don't give a shit.
Also, like I'm really interested because like one spoiler of the ending. He escapes. He kills Karen, Laurie's daughter. So now, and apparently the next film is going to be 4 years later.
Oh, by the way, Laurie's only spawn that I care about. Laurie's only relative. I'll say that.
What, Karen?
Yeah.
Fuck Karen.
The mom was cool.
No shit.
The daughter sucks. I
don't care about the daughter either, but they're both terrible.
No.
Hey, Karen kind of stepped up towards the end.
Karen was sucking. Was like, I'm gonna lie.
But
and then the first time she was like, I don't believe you, Mom. Sorry.
Yeah, she was trying to protect your family.
Your grandmother is fucking crazy.
let's not forget, he also killed the fucking lynch mob that came after him. He got up.
He killed a whole bunch
Like
of
the
firemen,
Undertaker.
professionally trained firemen, and then he killed a whole mob who decided to run out of bullets, and they didn't mob stomp him out. They just waited until he fell down. They said that's good enough.
It reminded me of like Mortal Kombat X, I think, when they had the 2 health bars. And like his health, they killed his first one, and then he the health bar went right back up.
They burnt all their meter in the first round.
Yeah,
like you fucked up, and then he just came and just
He just comboed everybody.
he fucking went 10 hits deep.
Motherfucker did the Iron Man Infinite in the corner.
I like how you like. I think we mentioned like his like you forgot that his fucking hand, like he has 3 fingers on the other hand. You wouldn't be able to fucking tell how he's grabbing onto people and shit. His fucking half his hand is gone on his right hand.
2 fingers strong as fuck.
Motherfucker fingers you right.
Got those fucking baby hands that always lock in. They never let go.
Like a sloth.
Yeah, this was a sick ass movie, dude.
Yeah,
this movie was awesome.
I guess it's time. Like, should we rate it?
Yeah, let's review
Absolutely.
that. Okay.
What would you, I'm not gonna start first. I'm
Fine.
not gonna think.
I'll go. I'll give this a solid 8 pumpkins out of 10.
A little safe there.
Okay, look. I have 2 gradings. I have to give this. Like, as
We're doing 2s now.
I can't do this any other way. Okay, as a regular movie,
They'll just let you do it too.
as a regular movie, it gets like, I don't know, 3 missed buckshots out of 10.
Damn.
Okay,
Oh yeah. Okay.
but as a slasher flick, I'll agree that it gets about 8 tripping white girls out of 10.
Nobody tripped in this film.
8 tripping white girls out of
Okay.
10.
Yeah, so I think I'm putting it at like a 6. Because I'm combining both of it. I really hated that fucking man. I really hated everything that had to do with that story of
the Tom and everything.
Yeah. I just wanted more Michael killing people. Just give me 40. You could have given me 45 minutes of that, and I would have been happy. So it's like a 6.5. Damn it, Stewart's. I don't have it.
Would you rather me say like 8 free basing bungee jumps?
Wait, what?
Who freebase bungee jumped?
Oh, you're going back. We're moved on. It's okay.
Well, from the guy who jumped out the window.
yeah, that's true.
All right, 6 mentally handicapped people getting beaten by a mob
6.
out of 10.
Oh God. All right. I think that this movie, for me, as long as traditional horror movies where there is some kind of a plot and isn't just solely focused on splatter, gore, as long as the 2 houses can be a separate thing and one can exist in the other, as long as we know where our places are, then this movie can comfortably sit at for what it is, to be.
Just give it a
Spit it out.
I want to make sure I say it the right way. Like, if movies are gonna start could either look like Malignant, I would rather it look like this. Is what I'm trying to say.
Is true.
If we're gonna go in this
Malignant
direction,
gave me a fucking head
more
this
than that.
Yeah.
So I will give this movie 7 bloody contraband knives out of 10.
Okay. All right.
I still like, for a hospital, it was covered in blood.
It was evidence.
It was like at least as long as
What city do you think this hospital was in?
Somewhere in Illinois.
Yeah,
So,
it's an Illinois town. I don't know.
wait.
I'm gonna say it's Peoria.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we can walk in. I'm willing to bet we can walk in Peoria hospitals with knives.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet we can do that. So cool.
Yeah.
With that being said, guys, that is the end of our Thirst Quencher episode.
Yes.
Please watch, leave us a review. What did you guys
Dune
think
is
about
the future.
Watch Dune.
I hope you're right. I am going to watch Dune.
I hope you're right too. I hope you explain this better to me. And I hope the next one doesn't have as many slowdowns.
I'm happy they made the Fremen dark skin. I'm happy the still suits look pretty cool.
Fremen.
Yeah, my Fremen.
I have no idea what they're talking about. But yeah, guys.
Those people, they're all sandy.
Oh.
The sand people.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't like. I like their Power Ranger suits, but I didn't like the CGI face they put inside the Power Ranger suit.
Anyway, okay, all right.
Yeah. Please follow us wherever you listen. Like I said, like and leave a review, and we will be back with more movie reviews next time.
Yeah, yep.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
See ya, nerds.
Peace.
We kind of love you.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Kinda.
A little bit.
Eh.
You are the Lories to our Michael Myers.
We don't care about.
We don't care about you. We just care about the room.
As in, like we just want the room window.
You are the butter that lubricates my skillet.
Yes.
That's giving them too much. No.
Okay. Okay. You're at least some of the heat that melts the butter.
Stop abusing our audience.
No. All right.
I abuse myself.
Stop.